Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today, we got yet another surprise update in MW2 Warzone 2 and DMZ, a patch note based update. Of course, it is Wednesday. It was supposed to be our typical routine weekly update. You know, Tim the Tatman and Nick Merck's operators dropped today, but instead, we ended up getting some additional patch notes that actually include some brand new meta changing weapon updates. So we are here on the May 31st patch notes, and let's go through and read these. So global weapon adjustments for multiplayer and for Warzone. There are obviously some Warzone specific changes here. The ISO Hemlock, reduced damage to armor using all 5.56 ammunition, Warzone 2 only. So this is an interesting one. The Hemlock has caught yet another nerf. If you weren't aware, the Hemlock's current TTK is already not really all that impressive. Like, its TTK is much slower than a lot of the other rifles, the M4, the M13, the TAG 56. It's really only popular right now because it's easy to use. It's very much so the Kilo of Warzone 2, and now it's going to be even worse. So that's kind of a surprising nerf in my opinion. But the big one here, the Cronen Squall, has been changed. It has been nerfed. So here they reduced the damage range. That's pretty important first and foremost because its ranges were pretty good in all regards. Like, its first damage drop off didn't happen till like 50 meters or something. So all damage ranges being reduced there is important. Reduce the headshot multiplier, another big factor here, because if you were landing headshots with the Cronen, the gunfight was over in the snap of a finger, right? Small increase to recoil in the semi-auto mode, small reduction to the rate of fire in the semi-auto mode. So obviously a lot of players were using the switch between full auto and semi-auto depending on the gunfight. The semi-auto Cronen Squall is arguably the most broken gun, or maybe was the most broken gun in Warzone 2 in general, because of just how fast you could fry enemies. So having more recoil there gonna help out with just the ability to fry in general. You're gonna have to work more to control, and you're not gonna be able to spam, so it might not bail you out in some close range fights nearly as often as it did before. They also reduced the maximum damage per shot against armor, so you're going to be doing less damage if you're shooting somebody who's got plates on. This is all a pretty important nerf in every way that it's adjusting this weapon. The biggest downside here, though, and this has been a gripe of mine pretty much since day one of Warzone 2, is that these patch notes are not specific. Back in Warzone 1, we would see reduce the damage range by 2%, by 0.5%. Reduce the headshot multiplier down from 1.25 to 1.17, you know, stuff like that. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go through and actually test and see, is this nerf enough? Is the Cronen Squall actually now going to be more in line with other guns, or is it still going to be wildly broken? If I had to guess, it's probably going to be more of the latter, just because it seems like every meta weapon here in Warzone 2 has taken like 3 nerfs to actually become balanced. But if we had the exact numbers here, we'd be able to tell right away. Instead, now we have to go through and test. But regardless, the Hemlock and the Cronen Squall have been nerfed. That is very, very important. We also have some global bug fixes with today's update. And by the way, as we get into all of these, quick reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, every single day I'm your one-stop shop for all things going on in COD, news, updates, loadouts, tips, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you guys enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be seriously appreciated. But as far as the bug fixes go here, they fixed an issue where the player would see edit options for their secondary weapon instead of their primary while editing a loadout in match. They fixed an issue causing the mute self icon to appear incorrectly in the channel list. They fixed an issue causing the rock and or roll war track to be unavailable. I've seen a lot of players wondering where exactly that one went, so yes, it is now back there. Fixed an exploit in Santacina where players could get inside geometry and under the map in Ground War, so a solid one there. Is this the same like day one wall breach from the Ground War map? Because I swear they fixed that like months ago. If that's in relation to the same one, I haven't played Ground War in a minute, but yikes if so. And then for ranked play, they fixed an issue that allowed matches to cancel later than intended. This one's been on the Trello for a bit with like the fix coming label, right? So solid to see that this one's now been fully updated there. All right, little bit of post-edit Zach here. Hey, hi, how you doing yet again? In the middle of these patch notes dropping, we also got a pretty big news drop via Charlie Intel. According to their sources, Season 4 begins on June 14th, so just a couple of weeks time, and will include the new Warzone map Vondel, which is set in the Netherlands and is developed by Beanox. The map will have resurgence support to start, more info to come. So now Via Charlie Intel, it seems we've got basically what is the most official, or I guess unofficial, official confirmation, if that makes any sense, on the new Vandal map dropping. We've all known so far via the leaks that it was likely to come in Season 4, but now we have it on very good sourcing. It's dropping with Season 4, with the Resurgence and maybe potentially other modes at a later date. For Warzone 2, we've got some specific ones here. In general, the competitive rule set for private matches has been updated to match the most current version of Warzone ranked play. So this will include all the restrictions of, bomb drones not spawning in, certain thermal sites not being available to be used on your custom class setup. So just matching all the restrictions and everything that we've got within public ranked play here. Also, in ranked play adjustments, deployment fees are now displayed in the pregame lobby. So now when you're in that pregame lobby menu and area, you'll be able to see, okay, I'm at -65, I'm at -17. If you're number one in the world, you're at -150 or whatever. That's insane. So you'll be able to now see those before the match loads up in case you are trying to remember that. We also have some bug fixes specific for Warzone 2. Fixed an issue where Warzone ranked play seasonal rewards would not show up in the after action report when earned. So just some visual stuff there. Fix an issue causing the match cancel text to overlap and display incorrectly. Just menu stuff again. Fix an issue where SR for the final kill was not being awarded. Really solid one there. Basically, for every single win, you were losing out on some extra SR because it was only giving you SR for the win and not for killing the last remaining opponent or opponents. So really solid update there that'll help out. You'll notice some bigger SR increase now and bigger SR gain when you do win a match. Fix an issue that allowed players to enter into a match as an incomplete squad once the countdown timer had begun, basically just stopping you from playing a game if you were playing as a two-man squad, because obviously for ranked, you have to be in as a three-man squad, so a solid fix there. Also, some general bug fixes here. Fix an issue that would prevent the most wanted contract from completing if the timer was reduced to 0 before looting, so just helping out there. Fix an issue causing buy stations and redeploy drones to spawn incorrectly in massive resurgence. The spawns should now align with core battle royale and ranked play. I've seen a lot of concern about this recently. Obviously, massive resurgence is a fantastic LTM. I love playing it whenever it's available. This past week it has been live, but the buys are like super sporadic. There were hardly any on the map, so now when you jump in, you'll notice that yes, all the normal buys that you'll see in ranked and standard BR are all going to be there. It shouldn't be too hard to find one because there are plenty of them. Then lastly, here in DMZ, we got some bug fixes as well. Fix an issue where equipping underbarrel attachments on the STB would make the icon in the loadout menu not show portions of a weapon. Fix an issue where exiting the firing range could result in weapons and blueprints appearing incorrectly. So just some small things there, but overall pretty useful. And that being said, that is effectively everything that ended up changing in today's new update. Sort of some surprise patch notes here and really important weapon tuning updates that hopefully are going to have a solid impact on the overall meta. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you can always guarantee you are up to date with everything going on between MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.